Larry's in the building.
What's good?
Peace of blessings, Panther fans. Whenever you hear this. Hold on, let me get my shit up here. Bam, there we go. Well, fellas, we're just going to talk about the positives and negatives, man, and we'll just go from that. Shit, Jeremy Chinn's a bad motherfucker. I'll tell you that.
Johnny on the spot.
Bad. That's a bad dude, boy.
Almost single-handedly did it himself today.
Right, real talk. 14 tackles, I think he had. He had 7 at the half.
2 touchdowns in 10 seconds.
Shit's crazy, bro. Yeah, it is what it is. Hold on, let me get this out. Let me stop that real quick. Bam, there we go. Larry, what you think about the game, bro? Yeah, it is. What's up, Cage? Oh, you on mute, bro?
Who, me?
Nah, Larry. Oh, let me get you off. There you go. Go ahead,
Yeah,
man.
I just think it's pitiful because it was just like who felt like losing the day, the Vikings or the Panthers?
Vikings play like shit too, bro. Vikings play like shit.
Like who's fighting harder for a draft pick? You know,
Yeah, real talk. Yeah.
I know we don't like to point blame at specific people, but I know a lot of people made mistakes. But I got a problem with Joe Brady, bro. I really do. And he reminds me of Kyle Shanahan in a lot of ways. Like it's just like this ego. I know he in the media talking about he's the hottest coach in the league. He's going to get a head coaching job, and you can see it in the way he plays. He makes the play calls. Everything got to be fancy. I don't get it, bro. Run the fucking ball. You're going to punt anyway. Run the ball, kill some clock. But no, you got to try to throw the ball, 2nd and 13, throw it again. And we punt the ball, and they muff the punt. We get the ball back in the red zone. You can't put it in the end zone, bro. You can't dial up nothing to get the ball in the end zone. Fuck you, Joe Brady. That's just how I feel. Go get you a coaching job, bro. This is not. I don't give a fuck how efficient the offense been looking. It's been getting worse and worse week in, week out. Started off hot, but as you realize, teams get film out on you, and things start slowing down a little bit. So you wanna run off that ego. You're the hottest coach. Go get you a job, bro. I don't want you in Carolina. That game was over with. You just gave it away. I mean, like I said, it's a lot of blame to point because you know we just a bad football team. But bro, you had the game in your hands and you didn't make the right play calls. That's how I feel, bro. This loss made me sick to my stomach because we talked about this on the podcast during the week. My dad is a diehard Vikings fan. I got to listen to this shit for a year, bro, until we play them again.
For a year.
I don't. When we lose to the Vikings, I hear this shit until we play them again. So
wow,
game was over, bro. There's no way you up 24-13 going into the fourth and you lose. I hear you, Kyle. He dialed it up, Teddy to make the throw, but fuck all of that, bro. Run the ball when the game was already over with. Teddy was off all day. Like, you understand what I'm saying? You know your quarterback is off. Take the game out of his hands. Yo, at one point, everybody that got a carry was averaging 5 yards a carry or more. Everybody. Run the fucking ball, bro. You know your quarterback is off. Stop giving him the cheese. Stop putting the game in his hands. You knew he was going to be rusty. He missed a week. So, no, I'm not going to say, oh, Teddy missed the throw. You shouldn't have put the game in his hands. The game was over with already. Run the fucking ball.
Will, what you think, bro?
I'm glad we didn't do this 2 hours ago. I'll just say that. I mean, it was just a bad offensive football altogether. I mean, I can't even get mad at the defense. They got us 2 touchdowns in 10 seconds, held them to 10 first half points. We just had so many chances offensively to end the game, and they couldn't do it. I mean, Teddy was out of sync. I mean, he had a bad game. No doubt about that. I mean, we just have to have him play better and make some throws down the stretch. But, what about all the other plays as well? I mean, we had Robbie Anderson drop the easy throw on a third down, running back,
hit him
35, hit him in the chest. He dropped the ball, and, that got us in a tough situation there. I mean, we had a makeable field goal, and he kicks another knuckleball. Wasn't even close. I mean, we were running the ball very well all game long. And for some reason, in the second half, we just completely abandoned the run and stopped getting our running backs involved.
That's because you got an egotistical ass offensive coordinator, Will. I'm telling you.
Just a very poorly. What was the offensive game plan today? I mean, what was it? I mean, we came out running the ball, and it was just so obvious how much better the run game was in the pass game. I think Teddy started 2 of 9, getting the rush shaken off of him, but we were still running the ball effectively and getting yards, but we just didn't stick with it. So, I mean, I know you watch these other games when guys are running the ball and they're in that rhythm and they're controlling the line of scrimmage, you stick with it. Work that clock. Just do what you got to do to win the game and finish it on the ground. But I don't know, man. It's just a very bad offensive performance. I think we had, 27 points. We had 2 defensive touchdowns.
Yeah.
1 offensive touchdown and 2 field goals. In our red zone, we had a red zone interception, a blocked field goal, and then, a makeable field goal indoors at the end of the game. It's just, man, it's very disappointing. I know this is a rebuild year, and we always talk about managing expectations, but at the same time, we're in week, 12 now?
12, yeah.
And the offense is getting worse every week. Where's the gradual improvement that you want to see to keep building and, make a fight for the playoff run? I mean, where was that? I mean, with the way the NFL is going, they might add an extra team in the playoffs and have 8 spots. Where's the urgency to try to get in that? But, I mean, just the terrible offensive play. I mean, now we got to sit through December through 5 meaningless football games. I mean, what's the point of even watching anymore? Just practice at this point. So, just very disappointing. The offense, which was supposed to be the strength of this team, hasn't shown up in 3 weeks.
Hey, well, I'll tell you one thing. That linebacker core, they were playing like they wanted to go to the playoffs today. I ain't never seen them play this well.
Right.
Carter and Shaq were on it.
They contained Dalvin Cook. I mean, You told me we contain Dalvin Cook. I mean, we limit big plays and keep Kirk Cousins. He had 40-something attempts and didn't even have 200 yards yet. I mean, the defense did a phenomenal job. I mean, where's our offense, supposedly? The veteran part of the team, the veteran unit.
Jesus Christ. Kev, speak on it, man. You're muted, bro. I got you.
Appreciate it. Yeah, from my perspective, I agree. I get that this is supposed to be year 1 of a rebuild, but as Will just spoke, we're supposed to see gradual progression. Well, what I'm seeing is a flip-flop. I'm seeing the offense carry the team the first half of the season, and now it seems like the defense done finally figured it out, and they're starting to perform, a lot better and put us in positions to win. I mean, damn, can we get both at the same time? You know what I'm saying? Like that's just like the long and the short of it for me is the fact that energy that we had on offense seemed like the defense done snatched it away from our offense inadvertently, and now they're playing, putting us in position to win games. Where in the first half of the season it was the offense that was responsible for doing that. So for me, like I said, I'm just disappointed. Like with the rest of the fellas, plenty of blame to go all the way around with this. I mean, for me, I just look at it as, we wasted a good performance from our offensive line. I mean, what? No sacks?
None. 0.
None. Only 3 quarterback hits. I mean, shit. I know we shit on our line for having what? I think we checked a few weeks ago. We had a 24th pass win rate or some shit like that. But I mean, that looking at it from a whole, I mean, how many games can we go by where it's 1 sack or less, and we struggle offensively? I just see it as just. You know what I'm saying? It's frustrating, but at the end of the day, I knew we was going to see a lot of ugly with a few bright spots And that's what it's been for me. I'm looking at it. You know, the bright spots was the 3-game winning streak. Seeing the, you know, young players grow and develop. You know, I mean, we're looking at it. We're seeing Derek Brown get better. Your Gross Model's getting better. Yes. Chinn, he's way above the bar. I mean, can we give a shout out to Troy Pride? Had a hell of a game today.
Great,
you know, for the most part.
Great man-to-man skills.
You know what I'm saying? Bravion Roy, you know what I'm saying? He's grinding. So as frustrated as I am, I can't be so disappointed because at the end of the day, for me personally, when this season started, this was kind of the ugliness that I was expecting to see, losing games that we probably should have won. But same way the players got to grow and develop. It's the same way I'm giving the coaches. I'm not giving them a pass because the time management still is very undesirable. I don't know. I'm not saying we're supposed to always save our timeouts for under 2 minutes, but whatever the disconnect is or whatever's going on that's causing us to burn timeouts at just seems like odd moments is something that you know that they got to get worked out. So overall for me, it's disappointing, it's frustrating, but when I go back and look at it, this is the type of moments I was expecting in year one. Is it acceptable? Hell no, because at the end of the day, if you put yourself in a position when you're supposed to win, but we're finding out firsthand as fans exactly how hard it is for a group of not only players but coaches to learn how to win. But see, coaches got to coach how to win, just like players got to play how to win. And once they all get it together, you know what I'm saying, then we're going to get it figured out. But in the meantime, like I said, we're now playing meaningless football and looking towards the draft.
I mean, we got to definitely put this on the coaches. I agree with Amos because honestly, when you look at your roster, the groups that you want to play the best, they played the best. You got an outstanding performance from your offensive line. You got an outstanding performance from your defensive front seven. That's the formula for winning, bro. Your guy just didn't run the ball when you was up. When you was up 11 points in the fourth quarter. You're not running the ball no more. You've been successful all game long. That's Kyle Shanahan shit, bro. But I listened to another podcast with Patrick Peterson and Brian McFadden, and they said that, you know, Brian McFadden he played under Dick LeBeau. And the reason why Dick LeBeau was so successful is because he understood how offensive coordinators think. They are so egotistical, bro. They got to make everything look pretty and cute. Like you can't just they haven't stopped you from running the ball all game. You listen to the announcers, they talking about, oh, the Panthers look like they know they're trying to fight to go to the playoffs. They're setting the tone. I don't know what's going to happen, but the Vikings are going to be in trouble if they don't know how to stop this run. And they didn't stop the run all game. Joe Brady just abandoned it. And you were getting production out of more than just 28. You were getting production out of 3 different guys. Mm-hmm. Give it to anybody, bro. Like Ocon was back, bro. You should have seen the holes that he was opening up. I just don't get it,
left
man.
Side.
That left side was dominant. Was dominant. Run the ball, bro. Like it's not. Yo, I kind of feel bad because I feel like this is bad karma because we've been shitting on the Falcons for blowing that 28-3 lead, and we know why they blew it, and we've been making fun of them for years about it. We got a taste of that shit today, bro. We got a taste of that shit. Yeah. You got a lead going into the fourth quarter, and your offensive coordinator just figured out he don't have any more run calls to make, so he just going to throw the ball for the whole game. Just don't make sense, man. I'm sorry. It's that ego, bro. Everybody been talking about Joe Brady being the hottest coach in the league. He hear the same shit that we hear. So he trying to show off and put his resume out there so he can get a job. He ain't thinking about helping the Panthers win.
What you guys think about Corn, man?
Dog.
Before we get to Corn, though, I thought Troy Pride played an excellent game. Yeah. I mean, he was up against another rookie, Justin Jefferson, who on his pace to break Randy Moss's rookie record for the Vikings with yards and receptions.
Balling.
And I mean, Troy Pride, who's just probably been one of our worst players on our roster, I mean, he stepped up today and had some great reps. I don't know why they took him out of the game at the end because on that last touchdown, Jefferson beat Stanley Thomas Oliver. So I think they were trying to get the rotation with the rookies going. But with the way Pride was playing, I'm surprised they didn't just leave him in there and play the hot hand.
And the early touchdown they gave up was actually on Rasul. So
Right. But
Yeah.
the defense, I don't really blame Corn on that last series. I think I get back to coaching. I mean, now granted, the defense did play an outstanding game for 58 minutes, but I just think Phil Snow went away with what was working. We were getting pressure on Kirk Cousins, mixing up our blitzes, challenging receivers. Now, when we're up a couple scores, he goes back to his Baylor Big 12 defense, rushing 3 guys, dropping 8, and just letting Kirk Cousins slice them apart, buy time in the pocket because he's only dealing with 3 guys rushing. And you can't cover that long. I mean,
can't do that shit, man.
Yeah, Corn had a couple, rough plays on that last couple series, but Kirk Cousins has all day when you're only rushing 3.
Exactly.
So, I mean,
Corn made a lot of plays early in the game too,
Exactly.
bro. A lot of plays, bro. I'm not just going to blame Corn for that. He was tackling, he was getting off of blocks, shutting down the screen game. Corn played great first 3 quarters.
Mm-hmm. It's really unfortunate, man. You guys already you spoke on the offensive line, defensive line. I mean, how did they pan out to you, Kevin?
Yeah, well, for me, as far as the defensive line goes, I mean, overall, I felt like I saw a lot of gap integrity for the most part that was very consistent. I mean, we're talking about Dalvin Cook, who, before Derrick Henry went bonkers in his game today, but you're talking about somebody that was running neck and neck with Henry for being, the top leading, the rushing title in the NFL. You know what I'm saying? So, for them to run the ball 24 times and only get 96 yards, and I think Dalvin Cook, he didn't even have a 4-yard average. I mean, shit, what else more do you want? You know what I'm saying? Then I was just looking at, from a quarterback pressure, we did get 2 sacks on Kirk Cousins, but in addition to that, we got several quarterback hits and we got some hurries as well. So again, I'm just seeing this young defensive line evolving. Think about it. We got 3 rookies and a second-year player, particularly when we go on a 40 front on our defense line. Burns, Bravion Roy, Brown, and Util Gross-Matos. So, like I said, the light's coming on for them guys, and they're getting in sync. They're getting in rhythm. They're figuring out how to win their matchups and create the pressure and the opportunities that's needed. But overall, I could nitpick. I mean, probably have to wait for the film to come out to really see something to be harped about. But overall, as far as a group effort for a position, this defense line is coming along good enough to put us in position to win plays and make statements.
I'll be brutally honest with you, Kevin. In 2 years, it'll be between us, the Washington football team, and the San Francisco 49ers as far as who got the best front 4 in the league. Like, for us to be this young, I'm pleased with every rookie that's on that D-line right now. And the reason why I can say I'm pleased is because I see growth from week 1. I don't know if y'all remember, but week 1 I was on their ass. I'm like, I don't see no pass rush moves.
Yeah,
I don't see no fundamentals.
No.
I don't see no club rips.
No
I don't see no gap integrity. I didn't see shit that I could be pleased of, especially from a number 7 pick. But fast forward to week 12, he's doing all the right things, and so is Roy, and so is Gross Matos. Even the guy who missed a few games, I still feel like when he came back, he ain't missed a beat. You still see the growth. So as far as that front go, led by Brian Burns, it might be one of the best in the business in 2 years. We can't never complain about this D-line right now. Honestly, I just looked at the comments. We can't move on until we talk about this kicker, bro. We can't. I see. I ain't gonna lie to you.
He made a 56 last week.
Listen, I wonder.
Wait,
Kev. I wanted to argue with guys. But when I seen this comment, I couldn't say nothing, bro. How many games has Joey Slott lost us on his own?
What, Saints in the Superdome last year?
On his own, bro.
But let's fact check it real quick though. That block, who the hell let number 98 run free with nobody in front of him?
My question is, why did he move to his left? He took away middle contain and went to his left. Why did he shift left?
That whole part.
What the fuck was that about?
Who was that?
Right.
I think it was.
And then I don't know if y'all saw the zoom in on the when we missed the game winner, but the laces were facing him for a kicker. That's a no. So from a broad perspective, yeah, it'll show Case. Slide missed 2 kicks. Now I'm saying Casey. Fuck. But anyway, it'll show Slide missing 2 kicks. But when you know the game and you know the particulars of what's required for it to be successful, first of all, you got to block who's in front of you. Failed on that. Whoever holding the ball got to spin them laces around to get the kick. That's why that thing was a wobbly duck from the time I left the foot.
What the hell happened?
That's what happened. But most fans are not gonna look at the aspect. Oh, he's supposed to be able to kick it, even if it was turned sideways. No. But I get it. So if that's gonna allow them to feel better to blame Joey Slide, please by all means. But I know what I saw and I know what's supposed to happen on those. So.
Man,
have fun with it.
All you gotta do is watch a little Pet Detective, man. No relation's supposed to be out. Come on, man. Ray Fink will taught you that the relation's supposed to be out.
Hey, we ain't take it back to the 90s with that one, did you?
Yeah, I had to, man.
You took it back. Well, alrighty then.
I ain't gonna lie though. It do seem like Slide just be out there swinging his legs sometimes. Sometimes I'm not going.
He's about to scrap out there too.
Yeah.
Can we call him Swole Bones Jr.? Like y'all see this? Like, and here's the crazy part. They were showing his pregame. Like he hit like 60 yarders. Like it was nothing. Yeah. So that's what I'm saying, man. Like the fine points that fans don't appreciate about special teams until things go wrong. This is where we're supposed to point it out. You gotta block who's in front of you, and you gotta spin them laces away from the kicker, not to him.
Somebody need to be on Chase Blackburn ass this week. Simple as that. And I mean, honestly, I was on the field goal team. It's real simple, bro. Off the snap, you step in. That's it. You step in behind the person next to you, you create a wall. That's it. It ain't hard.
The hardest person on the field goal
kick. That's the easiest job. That's the easiest way to make $300,000 a year is being on the field goal.
The hardest job on that is that person on the very end because he got to step, but also try to get an arm out on the furthest guy. That's probably the person with the hardest job right there. But
that's the easiest $300,000 you can make, bro. All you gotta do is step in. That's it. Stop.
At the end of the day, man, every week we got a new reason why we lost, whether it's offense, defense, cornerbacks, O-line, quarterback, offensive coordinator, defensive coordinator. Just put it all together. It's a bad football team, and we're just going to expect bad football teams to lose. Yeah. It's not like college football where bad teams are going to be getting blown out the water 70-0 every week. The NFL, games are always close. It's just the good teams know how to finish and win games. So, I just think with 5 meaningless games left this season, the team is what they are at this point. They're just not a good football team, and somebody on the roster will make that mistake to cost us a game, player or coach, over the next course of the next week. So all we can do is just hope players can continue to develop, get better, and we'll evaluate our roster again in January.
See, the sucky part is going to be after this bye, they come out and start doing everything right that we're criticizing them for. But like I say, it's going to be meaningless. Like, it wouldn't surprise me if we ran the table to get to 8-8.
That's what, 3 games?
No, we got what?
4 games?
No, we got 5 games. We got home against the Broncos.
We need to win 4 games.
Oh yeah, we need to win 4 games
to get to 8-8.
Yeah, today was we got 4 games left. So we're home against the Broncos, we're at the Packers, we're at Washington, and we got week 17 at the Saints. Home against the Saints. So
man, we had bad luck since John Casey kicked that ball out of bounds, bro, in 2003. So where we at with it now? What's gonna happen is we're gonna win out, go 9-7 or some shit, and end up with the 20th pick.
I wouldn't worry about that. This team don't know how to win games, man.
That's what's going. That's
team don't know how to win games.
We don't know how to lose right either. We don't know how to do shit right.
We're gonna find
we don't even lose right. We won't even lose right to get a top 10 pick, bro. We're going to end up with something between 18 and 20 and be sick too.
So you probably shut down Christian McCaffrey at this point. It makes no sense.
You might as well, bro.
And these practice. I know they're going to say players want to play. It's their job and all of that, but.
And fuck that. Shut down everybody.
This is a glorified preseason, these last 5 games. I think you rather give your undrafted free agent guys some reps, let them develop, get better, and see what you have on your roster. I just think the whole Because before today, we were still in that playoff hunt. But now, with this L, it pretty much ends the season. I just think it becomes, 5 preseason games to evaluate, install new stuff, and see who wants to be here for next year.
And let me address this question as of right now. Do y'all think we have started PJ, we would have did better? No. This was the third down defense we faced today. I think, Will, you made a comment in our chat that they were playing like they was real effective with their matchup zone coverage patterns or something like that. So no, so the people that I was watching the groups hollering, we should have had PJ Walker. Y'all want to bring in a guy that threw 2 end zone interceptions? No. But
my question really is, does it matter? I mean, PJ Walker is not the future quarterback of the franchise either. So I mean, what are we really arguing? Why are we going to waste our time arguing Teddy versus PJ when we're probably going to pick in the top 8 and take Trey Lance or somebody?
Keep it real, this team ain't no different than when Cam was here.
I mean, Mike Zimmer is one of the best defensive minds in the league.
Yeah,
you would have had PJ so confused and out of sync.
He was designing.
It's just not a good game to start the young player, but
yeah, those coverages really mixed up, man. He had Teddy like flustered.
I mean, right now you got Teddy on basically a 1-year deal, because there's just no guaranteed money in year 3. I just think his contract is set up to where you draft a quarterback if you're bad enough. I mean, I think if he did good this year and made a playoff run, we would have looked elsewhere. But now that we're going to probably be picking in the top 8, I think it's going to be a good opportunity to draft a developmental quarterback. Let him sit a year. I mean, Teddy does have great, intel. The middle part of his game is very good. So it'll be a great learning experience for the kid. And let him develop behind Teddy for a year. So I just think all options are on the table.
If y'all don't go get me no tackle, I'm going to have a problem. I don't care about all that quarterback shit, man.
Right, yeah. I'm with you, Larry. All this talk about sitting, wait a year. Why we still sitting and waiting for our offensive line to develop? We've seen you can have a mediocre quarterback and get much success in the league. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not saying that we shouldn't always look to upgrade each position, but how much longer are we gonna keep ignoring this? This offensive line.
You can have MVP quarterback.
We invested 3 picks in our defensive line, and after 12 games, we're starting to see what happens. Right?
Right.
It was slow. It was ugly at first. Started seeing minor improvement. Now they starting to get it click. Why we can't get that same love to the offensive line? I'm not saying reach for an offensive lineman. I'm not saying that by no means, but
I am. I'm saying trade away all them day 3 picks that Hurney always fuck up and move up to whatever spots we need to move up to and get me my goddamn left tackle. It's that simple, bro. It's that simple for me. I'm tired of this shit. You can have a mediocre quarterback or an MVP quarterback. We've had it, but we're not shit without an offensive line. So stop it. No,
my mentality is this: if you're picking top 6 and you got like Trey Lance on the board with that athleticism and that arm talent,
he gonna be on IR.
In a position, you take him and sit him a year, and you can build your offensive line through free agency in next year's draft. I mean, we're not winning the Super Bowl next year either. So it's going to be a team building process. It's going to take a couple years. So take the best player on the board at pick 6, 7, 8, or wherever we're at, and just keep building your roster up. We can't.
I hear you, Will.
Every hole right away. I mean, you really going to contend next year?
It don't matter, Will, but you can have Trey Lance sit a year and you just say how you address it. Maybe build it through free agency. You fucking around and have another Matt Khalil in your hands, bro. No, we need to go ahead and get the guy that we want, and that's that, bro. Like you gotta at some point somebody gotta show some love to the O-line, bro. I'm just saying. I know it's not an exciting pick, Tim. I know it's not exciting. I know people will probably put their heads down after the pick, but you gotta take a left tackle or something sometime, bro.
And quite frankly, we do have the luxury of having one of the best running backs in the NFL. We just keep forgetting that he's on our squad because he hasn't played that much.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
But so I mean, the quarterback issue it can wait and it can not at the same time. But that offensive line has got to be put together. If we can give Christian McCaffrey lanes to run through all day long, that play action pass, we can utilize that. I mean, we got receivers.
And Tim, you just brought up a good point. Think about it. If we invest this offensive line, people keep talking about check down Teddy. Well, to get the ball deep, you need to do 5 and 7 step dropbacks, right? What you can't do that with the current offensive line. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
You know, people talking about, we got the best running back. Let's utilize them. Can you imagine what we can do if we getting 2-3 yards push on the offensive line before McCaffrey even gets touched?
One-on-one with a linebacker. Oh, come on. All day, please.
But, man, you watched this game today, though. I mean, our offensive line controlled the line of scrimmage, got movement, created holes for the backs, gave our quarterback time, and we still couldn't make plays. So, I mean, can we blame them this week? You can
look at it from one game. I'm looking at it from all 12 games.
Right.
I mean, that's just one game. We can find 8 or 9 games when they couldn't do that.
Facts. And then you also got to keep in mind the Vikings defensive line was not entirely healthy today. So, you got to take it. You got to take it how it goes. But I'm just saying, gotta have a left tackle. Got to get an interior lineman that can maul. We just need to address it, bro. I'm tired of getting us these undrafted guys, 5th round picks and shit like that. It ain't working, bro. Give me a blue chip guy that I know that's going to grade out on PFF 80 or better every year. That's all I want, bro.
See, my thing is we not getting Penei Sewell. I mean, he going to Cincinnati or Dallas. So what's wrong with getting Trey Lance and maybe a Jackson Carman round 2? I mean, we can still invest in good quality old linemen. They don't have to reach just because we need it. We never reach for need. But, I mean, we'll see. When we talking draft now, we don't even know where we're going to pick it.
It's okay to talk draft because, well, honestly, even if one of the linemen we want is out of reach in the first, go ahead and entertain that Surtain shit. Go get you a corner or something. I just don't see the point in investing in the quarterback when I know I'm not going to be able to protect him. I'm just, whether he sit a year or not, I know I can't protect that, man. So how much is he going to learn?
BPA.
If he's running for his fucking life.
BPA first round. After that, I don't give a fuck. But BPA.
Yeah. Let's just go BPA. I just don't. I'm looking at the quarterback landscape. If it ain't Trevor Lawrence or Justin Fields, I don't really want one. I know Trey Lance got a lot of upside, but those it's 2 of them that I would actually take, bro. It's either Trevor Lawrence or Justin Fields.
We ain't getting them. I mean,
and I don't want them either because they're gonna come in and start right away and get on IR. So it's like.
That's
fucked up, bro.
Because Jacksonville's already at 1-10, and the Jets are at 0-11. We're not going to be. We're not competing with them.
We ain't that bad. Thank God.
Yeah, I told y'all we gonna have pick 20, bro. I'm telling y'all gonna be mad as hell.
We're gonna pick 6 to 10.
Nah, man. You're gonna be mad as hell, bro. It's gonna be a 15.
Hey, let's just go to get Monty's boy Patrick Surtain and figure the rest of it out. I'm tired of these little unknown receivers throwing us these daggers. Who was that number 12 that caught the game winner?
The same guy that muffed the punt.
Yeah.
Don Beebe. He related to Don Beebe that used to play for the Bills.
That's his son?
All right, I looked that up. He might be.
I saw the name Beebe, but I didn't get no correlation. That might.
I didn't even think about that.
No, wow. Trey Lance ain't gonna be there in the second round, man.
Nah, bro. Nah, bro.
Nah.
Y'all said let's go. And Kev, you said let's go get Monty Boy Surtain. I hope that motherfucker can turn his head, bro. Because Monty like corners that don't turn their head around. So I ain't watch a lot of Surtain yet. I'm just saying Monty happens to like cornerbacks that can't turn their fucking head. So
I mean, Surtain or Parsons at this point for me.
I like Parsons. Yeah, Parsons is the real deal.
I don't know if we need a corner. If Pride is making this kind of jump, and Cornell is still decent. He's a decent nickel back.
We need that cornerback that's gonna say this side of the field is mine. Y'all deal with the rest. I got this.
I can entertain that too. Tim, I can entertain that. To be honest with you, we've been investing in the position. The last 2 seasons, the position's been invested. Guys just ain't being patient like they was patient with Bradbury, patient with everybody else. Let these guys grow. See what they are.
The pass defense is going to be in the front. It's going to be in that front line. That's where our pass defense is going to begin.
At one point, it was 7th in the league. You're absolutely right.
The linebacker core is what I'm worried about. But now, as you guys, somebody mentioned that earlier, the gap discipline today was beautiful on the run. I mean, nobody was flying around like crazy, man. They come to the spot. They held their fucking gap.
But let me ask you this about the defense. Do they lack talent or are they just young?
They're just young.
So do we really got to go another all-defensive draft next year? The guys are going to be a year older, have a full proper off season strength and conditioning NFL level, I mean they're gonna come back better next year.
True.
I think
True,
they're
but
just young, bro. That's it. I think
but if
they're
we sitting there, we
extremely
could choose a Parsons and a Surtain. They sitting there. We're talking best player available. Do we really, pass that up just for the sake?
No, you don't pass it.
You don't need Trey Lance.
Are we gonna pass up Parsons so we can say? Are we gonna pass up Parsons so we can say, well, Jermaine Carter got better? No.
Oh, no.
You're not passing on that. You're not passing on shit. You hear me? But all I'm saying is that instead of thinking that there's a lack of talent, it's really not. I like the talent on this team. I actually love it. If you watch today, they were playing fast football. They were flying around, and the angles that they was taking were perfect.
And we're talking about defense, folks. We're not talking about the offense as a whole. We're talking about the defense.
The defense as a whole, bro. They got pieces that can be built around, man.
Absolutely.
This defense right now has Pro Bowlers on it. They just not there yet.
We have a rookie that broke. Did something that no other NFL player has ever done in NFL history. Had 10 plus tackles. Yeah, they had 10 plus tackles and 2 touchdowns. Nobody has ever done that in NFL history. Go ahead, Kevin.
Yeah, Omar just confirmed that it is Don BB. So looking at the comment on the screen.
Shit, nice. Okay. Word. Go ahead, Kevin.
So let me ask y'all this: as far as the other defense have Brown, should we say Bravion is that guy beside, or do we need another stud beside Brown, or is Bravion just doing a good job in the filling role at that DT?
But to me, defensive tackles rotate regardless. 60-40? So is Bravion a 60 guy or a 40 guy? I think that's what we got to find out these next 5 games. Is he going to be the 60 guy or the 40 guy? And I still think we needed 2 more Kerr, I wouldn't mind extending him for like a 1-year deal.
Kerr.
And then maybe, add more depth through the draft. But I think you need 8 quality defensive linemen that can start on any roster because defensive linemen rotate so much. You need 2 starting lineups. So I think we almost have that with the roster we got now, with the first rotation being.
I just don't want Kerr to pull another Love. Love had a hell of a year, came back, got his money, and just shit the bed.
How old is Kerr?
Yeah, but Kerr ain't as old as
I was gonna say, how old is Kerr?
Man. Love just had
Kerr is 30.
Oh, he's 30?
Oh, he's 30? Yeah. Well, honestly, my philosophy. I'm always if I don't care if we around 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. If it get to us on the board and there's a defensive tackle that's better than everybody else worth drafting, go ahead and take one. I'll double down on DTs every year. That's how I feel.
Mm-hmm. So what about this question? What about this question right here? Someone said the tight end need to be addressed. How y'all feel about tight end moving forward?
Depend on if we get an offensive coordinator that uses tight ends.
I think it could be. I think with the advantage of a tight end is with the receivers we have now, our quarterback has to be perfect. You got to place the ball properly so they can run after the catch. They have to get separation. So it has to be a well-timed, well-oiled machine. We can't, be greedy and throw 50-50 balls because we don't have that guy that can turn a 50-50 into a 80-20, like a Travis Kelce or somebody. So, you watch these other teams, they got those tight end weapons. Their quarterbacks can maybe throw a ball in the double coverage or throw to a covered receiver occasionally because they know their guy's going to outfight the defender and get it. We don't really have that luxury. We got to be perfect in how our offense executes, play after play after play. So I think adding a weapon like that wouldn't hurt at all.
If your OC uses that, because that's all I can tell you, bro. I don't know if this OC going to use him. Now I'm not going to just keep throwing Brady under the bus. To be honest with you, I stated earlier in the year, this was like the smoothest I've ever seen the Panthers offense ran. Like in the beginning of the season, between the 20s and just moving the ball, we were extremely efficient. Like I said, once Tate get out, once defensive coordinators know what you're trying to do, it slows down a little bit.
It's tough, man.
So I don't have a problem with his style of play calling. I just have a problem with the plays that he's calling. It's the fourth quarter. You up. Run the goddamn cheese.
Please.
Like that. Like I think his ego is in the way, and that's my issue, bro. He's trying to make shit cute so he can get a head coaching job. That's not how that works, man. Run the ball.
The thing with our red zone offense, though, the windows are tighter. The field is condensed. Yeah. So what good are your small speed receivers that's not going to make catches in traffic for you? Exactly. And the quarterback that's not going to make high-risk throws in the tight windows. When you
Guess
got that
what?
combination, how can we be a successful offense when you got those two things going against us? That's where I think, that tight end comes into play, where you can throw a contested ball and be confident that your guy can go get it. So I just think the combination of lack of aggressiveness at quarterback, I'm not a fan of the play calling, and just having the weapons we have that aren't really 20 to goal line type players. It's just not really built for the red zone, especially with Christian McCaffrey out, who's a great red zone, great weapon down in that area.
Yeah.
Hey, Derek just shared some optimism, and I kind of agree with him. We go get Teddy an offensive line and a tight end. You can win with Teddy. That's what I was going to say next. If you talking about getting Trey Lance, we go get Jackson Carmen in the second. I don't care what the red zone offense look like. You line up, and you run the ball behind Jackson Carmen. I bet you get in the end zone. You got to have some nasty, bro.
With Trey Lance, though, with the athleticism and just arm talent, he can fit balls in the tighter windows. He can run, and you have that run threat in the red zone. It just opens up your playbook so much down in that area. So it's like not really a knock against Teddy, but if you have a chance to get a more explosive playmaker at the position, I don't see how you pass that up, especially if you're picking in the top 6, 7, 8.
But I'm looking at Teddy from the aspect what he brings to the game, cerebral wise as well. Like, you can have all the athletic gifts in the world, and not to be knocking, but we've seen that before. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, I'm not saying that by looking at Trey Lance that you're suggesting that Teddy's run is over. I mean, I get the reasons why they like Trey Lance, but like I say, same thing we said about Cam, build around Cam. Can we build around Teddy? Like what was suggested. You know what I'm saying? Stop giving these quarterbacks these high lofty pressure situations and then not really giving them a decent chance. I'm not saying they got to be top 5 O-line, but I mean, shit, we don't
have no nasty, Kev. Ain't nobody on that line nasty, bro. Nobody.
And y'all talking about red zone woes, an offensive line that can get you 4 yards of carry in the red zone, that'll help kill the red zone too. Because what that's gonna do, now they're gonna stack the box. Now them tight ends that we're not using gonna be wide the fuck open. Classic example, what was it? 2018 against the Saints. They had 9-10 in the box. What we hit them with? Tight end, Chris Manhurst. Balling on that. So, we got teams that's put 9-10 in the box, but we just ain't. Our offense line is not a threat to make them commit like where we can expose them.
A lot of people don't really understand that the key to your red zone, and I know this is just from practicing in high school. When we did red zone offense, it started with the offensive line. Your offense, you're dealing with a tighter space, so it's more man on man. It's more who got more dog, who's going to move you off the ball. Everything start with the offensive line in the red zone. Everything. So if you look at not just today, but if you look at some previous games where we struggled in the red zone, it was because the offensive line couldn't establish their dominance. So I don't care what y'all say, bro. If we don't address that offensive line the way I want to, I'm gonna have a problem next year.
Hey, Larry, address this question that's got in right there.
Oh, let me say something real quick.
Okay.
The reason why we're talking about the offensive line is because of consistency. I mean, we have great consistency today, but we haven't had consistency all year long. And not to mention the fact that we have a bunch of plug-ins at the position instead of signing young talent that can perform on a consistent level, a high level, and keeping that around Teddy and keeping that in front of CMC so we can build on that. That's why we're talking about O-line. Not because they had a bad day per se today, but because we need that going forward consistently. That's my thoughts on it.
Okay.
Go ahead, Larry.
Thanks, Tim. Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's basically it. I don't know. Y'all know I know Kevin's the cap guy, but how many guys we got under contract next year?
Let's see. Moulton. Let's start from right to left. Moulton he's in his last year. He got to be resigned. Miller is in his. He had a 1-year deal. Paradis is coming up on an option year where we got him signed, but he can also be opted out as well. Chris Reed is on a 1-year deal, and Russell Okung is on a 1 year. So technically speaking, all 5 offensive linemen really could be up out of here. You know what I'm saying? Salary cap speaking wise. I mean, I'm pretty sure that we can't get a deal with Moulton gonna hit the tag because I don't know if y'all saw the dude. You like Larry Bowles? He got signed by the Broncos like 4 years, $68 million. So I don't know how that may play a fact. I know he played left tackle, but
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask you. Are they two different positions? But at the same time, I think Moulton still will probably come in something in that area. Probably just not as high.
I
don't
think
know.
Moulton
You
probably
the
could
cap
get.
guy.
Oh, yeah, I think Moulton probably could get. If he worked, I mean, it just depends. Because his thing, the cap is going to be $20 to $30 million expected lower because of this pandemic. You know what I'm saying? They're talking about it could be like it was like 195, 197 this year. They're talking about being around 170 next year. So, you know, when you're talking about Kawan Short owed $20 million next year, you know what I'm saying? Like we're gonna have to that capologist Samir Suleiman, he got his work cut out for him because the cap decreasing and we got more holes that's coming up. So it's definitely going to be a doozy.
I will answer your question.
Situation, I think we have till like March, right before free agency starts, to pick up his option. So if they don't pick up his option, he's a free agent too. So as of today, we have 0 starting offensive linemen under contract next year.
So we're just thinking long term, folks.
Just to answer the question about Bowles, I seen the first round pick, 20th overall. The RAS score means a lot to me. He had a high RAS score. So what that's telling you is he's athletic enough to play the position. He started off slow. He was thrown to the Wolves. He had a bad first year. But every year after that, he got better. And right now, he having a Pro Bowl season. And they just don't have – the Broncos are just in turmoil. But I appreciate that position. So when it come to Moulton, the only thing that we have going for ourselves as far as giving him a contract, he don't have no Pro Bowls yet. And he's not a first-round pick. Those are the only two things that I see as an advantage where we won't have to pay him that much money. But I don't know free agency. That's just me thinking. Y'all the free agency guys. Y'all the contract guys. Y'all tell me what it is. But I'm not about to break the bank for a guy with no Pro Bowls in the second-round pick. I just hope to keep him. That's just where I'm coming from with it.
I mean, you see guys like DJ Humphries, making big money at the O-line too. So I think it's a given. Moulton going to demand big money.
He was DJ Humphrey was a first-round pick. That's like collateral when it comes to negotiating. From what I know from guys that played in the league, your draft status means a lot towards your second contract.
Yeah.
Well, all right, folks. Hey, we're gonna have to get off of here real quick, but guys, thank you so much for coming on here and communicating with us. We'll have more breakdown throughout the week. Of course, the podcast drops on Wednesday, and engage with us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Yeah, man, and keep coming back, man.
If anybody know Joe Brady personally, just tell him I want to shoot the fade. Like he got to step in the square with me. If anybody out there know
square up, son,
he gonna have to throw them hands.
Square up, son.
He ain't gonna be here next year anyway, man.
I don't care
Probably
where he at.
Though.
He still got to shoot me a fade, bro.
Oh Lord.
Oh shit. Hey.
Detroit
Maybe he'll be stupid enough to let Frank Ragnow walk. We can sign him in free agency. Shit.
There you go.
Hey Tim, got a question for you. Since it's our bye week, are we going to do like maybe like a bye week version of this next week, or is just a bye week for us as well?
We'll talk about it.
Okay.
We'll talk about it. But either way, you guys make sure you chime in because this is fun. We enjoy doing it with you guys. So
definitely,
yeah, be on the lookout. We'll let you guys know for sure throughout the week.
Hey, y'all musclehead motherfuckers keep pounding, man. Fuck Joe Brady.
Y'all have a good night, folks.
All right, y'all.
Peace.